Welcome back to the channel. We're here visiting an an i1100L plus, is1100L plus. This is the number 2 unit for the customer, and they marked it down. We have 243 hours currently, and pretty much a full charge. So we do have some issues, and I'm going to put the main brush down first. Got a noise in there, and until I open it up, I can speculate that it could be some debris issues. With all sweepers, there are debris issues from time to time. Now I'm gonna raise or turn off the brush and put the front ones down by use of this handle. I guess I have to have both of these on, huh? Okay. Okay, sounds like the front brushes are doing okay, and everything's just coming from the main Broom assembly down here in front of the rear tire. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around and investigate. Okay, I removed the brush, and I don't see the typical audio-visual cords that we used to see in the past. So one thing to note was when I was removing this assembly here, that this knob right here that goes on the bolt right here, right up here, it wasn't even tight. Also, there is some debris still on the brush. They're doing a pretty good job of making sure the cords aren't on there. But another thing that's concerning right now is back here. They should be getting this cleaned out. I don't care if it's a vacuum cleaner or a compressor. We need to keep this clean, especially in this area here. We don't want to cover up that sensor. Also, all this fluff is buried in here, so they don't have it's hard to say whether or not they have a maintenance program for the users. But I would really be paying attention, especially right here where this wheel sensor is. Very important to keep this clean, very important. I'm gonna go ahead and open up this idler that holds onto the outside of the brush and clean out what's trapped in there, because it just feels a little stiff. Another cleaning issue is fluff that is found underneath the brushes. So if you reach down underneath the brush, and you can reach, or you can actually remove them by removing the captive fastener, the hitch pin, and take them off and clean them that way. But what's going to happen is going to change the cleaning path of your or the actual effectiveness of your horsehair brushes. So this was just a couple handfuls. I just reached underneath, so that's something we're gonna have to stay on top of as well. I'm trying to isolate this thumping noise, and the first thing I did was take the brush out and just let it run. I didn't really notice hardly anything because there's really no load on the system until you put the brush on. So when I took the belt off, I checked the actual drive pulley and it feels tight, and I'm moving the motor shaft and that's fine. But when I get this pulley back on, okay, and I notice what's gonna give is probably this pulley before anything. And I noticed that the, I'm sorry here. Okay, I noticed when the belt was running, it was actually moving back and forth. So we're gonna have some issues with the teeth of this belt. Also, this is what I'm noticing. So even when this would be tight, we still got the key moving in its hole, which, you know, from time, I see that possibly happening, starting and stopping. This metal's gonna give before the hardened steel. And that's what I see the issue is with this thumping. And with that belt moving back and forth as this moves, we're gonna need to replace the belt too. Got it back together, and I just want to get an opinion from you guys. Is this fair wear and tear, or am I barking up the wrong tree here, or is the customer hearing things? So see how the belt is moving. I don't know if that's just natural or part of the wear and tear. So I do have the adjustment at a good spot because we have to compensate for carpeting. So if you can see, there's just a wee bit of daylight, okay? And then again, maybe once they get on the carpet, it might go away. But the other thing that we had to do was move the skirts all the way to the maximum on this, so it doesn't leave any markings on their light colored carpets or whatever. They were detecting some actual marks on the carpet. So let me know. Thank you. This is going to be a live test in a banquet hall, and the only thing I hear is the brush, and that may be the hub being worn. It could be fair wear and tear. The hub on the brush itself. So that's my question. And is that hub replaceable on the brush as long as the bristles are in good shape? Doesn't look like looks like a sticker. But all in all, it seems operational. But as time goes on, and this has got 244 hours on it, and we're running on carpet, what seems to be wearing, quite possibly the drive hub and the slot that is opened up on the part of the brush that meets the drive hub. I don't know.